What's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back at again with another video. In today's video, we're gonna go back to the OG NTG videos. I'm gonna be showing you guys my live account flip that I did live with the VIP members. So we're gonna do it the old school way. When I went back in the market replay, showed you guys the breakdown. I'm gonna have my MT4 on the side so you guys can see the profit, everything like that. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of details, zones, the breakup patterns. I'm gonna be showing you guys my fib extensions and a little bit small psychology tips as well. I'll also be showing you guys the live trade. So I'm gonna be talking about psychology tips and how to actually approach flipping accounts and holding flip accounts, because there's a lot of psychology that comes behind flipping accounts. But I hope you guys been good though. What you guys been up to these days? All right, your boy NTG has been training a lot, so I've been getting busy with a lot of qualifications, tournaments coming up. But you guys already know we're gonna have these videos coming out as usual. All right, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for the whole video. It's gonna be a lot of information said, so make sure you have some notes, pencil, and make sure you guys take a lot of notes here. All right, guys, so make sure you guys hit that like button for your boy NTG. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Like I said, I'm gonna have more live trades posted and some more psychology posted for next month. So we're gonna go ahead and roll the intro and get straight into the video. Let's get it. All right, guys, so here we are on NAS. Now I'm going to be going over yesterday's trade. Now VIP month for March has been low. I will also break down our live trades for last week. We went 1 for 2, and then this week we went 1 for 1. So we've been kind of low on the trades, not too much volatility. Got into some losses, 2 losses in a row, and then we came back on a win. So it's been really shaky right now, but we got to stay with the plan, stay consistent, and I'm sure we're going to finish strong for the rest of the week. I'll actually show you guys those 3 live trades in the next video. All right. But for NAS right here, okay, this was yesterday's trade. I had the sales. I was getting ready for NAS to take off. Now, one of the things I like to look for before flipping an account is volatility. So I like to check news. Now, if you guys want to check any news or anything like that, I like to use forexfactory.com. So you guys can go on there. And any brokers, I suggest you guys use KLT.forex. I personally use them, and I also use MFF, the prop firm. Now, if you guys are interested in prop firm videos, let me know. I can definitely do, some explanations on passing phase 1, phase 2, and what to do once you get your live account. All right. So now, normally I like to trade the New York session. Okay, guys. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. New York session for NAS. So I wake up in the morning and I do my analysis. So when I had woken up, I had drawn out this nice wedge here. So I had a falling wedge here. And what I like to look for are those turning points. Okay, especially when it comes to drawing patterns. All right, a lot of you guys make that mistake. You guys just like to draw patterns randomly. So for example, you guys will draw something crazy like this. That's not an actual pattern, okay? So you want to pay attention to those rejections of the swings and the bounces, right? In between the pattern. This is what makes a pattern, okay? Creating those swings of those lower lows and low highs are the high highs and high lows. So this is exactly what I look for, and I like to confirm a certain amount of turning points. Here we have 4. So this is beautiful. This is perfect. This is enough confirmation for me to actually get into the trade. And now what I like to do also is go to the higher time frames, and I will look left. Okay. So right here, I have this key level here. So now me wanting to go for sales for this pattern, I knew that this key level will be some sort of support here. Okay. So this is why I need to be aware of where the market is going to crash to. So what makes this the key level, right? So we had a higher high here. A higher high was created. You guys know higher highs can act as resistance. Okay. So we had the rejection off of the higher high, creating resistance. A little small resistance, not anything big, but we had the resistance creating a higher high and coming back, creating the high low. So that tells me 2 things, right? One, that this key level can act as support. 2, okay, we're creating higher highs and high lows. So that means if I ever want to get into sales, I need to make sure they're quick, okay, quick short-term sales, because in the overall market is bullish, and I don't want to just hold for sales forever. All right. So once we broke that high, okay, we knew that this was going to create levels of support. So we had 1, 2, okay, and 3. Right. So this is where the market was approaching this key level. And I knew the break of this key level would be some nice temporary sells. Okay. Like I said, temporary sells, nothing too major. So let's go ahead and go back into the pattern. I was on the 5-minute, and here we are. And all we needed to do was wait for the break. Now I did get in early because I have a exclusive videos for only the members where they have a pre-breakout where we actually catch the move before the move. Okay, this strategy is very effective, especially when it comes to news, because we are already in the market and then we're catching all the moves, right? So we have entries up here while everyone has entries at the break. So that's the very effectiveness of that. And it was a 30 pip difference, a 30-point difference here, right? So we had already 30 points in profit before the break even happened. But like I said, you guys can still enter the break effectively here, okay? So once we have our overall pattern, what we need to do is wait for the break. So we had the break of the pattern and the overall key level. So this is a great entry point here, okay? And we're going to talk about trade management as soon as we switch over to the actual live trade, okay? So we had the break here. Now what you guys want to do is grab that fib extension as always, and you guys want to go from that previous high or low, depending if you're going for sells or buys. For this point, we're going for previous highs, okay? So the high was here. We want to grab that wick, and we want to drag that extension all the way to the break candle, and then drag it all the way back up. And this is where we're going to get our entry, okay? You guys can put the stop loss anywhere between the 2.6, the 3.38, or the 0.5, and then of course aim for that 2, and we can have a nice 2-to-1 here in the market, okay? So we're gonna let that trade, we're gonna enter that trade, and we will just let that play out. And now for this trade, when we had got in, we actually, you know, the open session around this, like I said, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more during the actual live feed, but we were waiting for 10 o'clock news, but the open session was enough for it to hit our TP. So when we switch over to the live trade, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm gonna have the profits on the side so you guys can watch the account grow and keep growing, and certain methods of entering and scaling in. Now I am developing a new method to scale in. So, you know, once that's forward tested enough, then I will, you know, expose that to the public. But for right now, we're just gonna watch the live trade. Okay, so that was the overall breakdown for this trade. So now let's go ahead and go to the live trade from yesterday. Okay, all right, so here we are on the live trade. Now you guys can see here that this is the same pattern that I had my key level there, and I also have another support area. Okay, so we're gonna break this down with the psychology portion of it. All right, now it is 9:15, so I'm aware of open session coming soon at 9:30. Okay, so in 15 minutes, you guys know the open session for the index is at 9:30, and it creates a lot of volatility in the market. So that is the precise time why I like to trade around that time, and also why I like to look for early entry. So you guys see that candle close at that engulfing. Okay, that's where I entered my trade there. Okay, like I said, we have a different pre-breakout strategy that's exclusively for the members. But for this trade here, we had a 1, 2, 3 engulfing confirmation here. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys were asking me about what is the engulfing confirmation. I will explain that in the next video. Don't worry. I'll do a quick little 5-minute Japanese candlestick confirmation break of my engulfing confirmation. All right. But in this trade, right, we enter the trade. Everything is smooth. We know that we have open session in 15 minutes and we have news at 10. So we are anticipating the break to the downside. I always tell my VIP members that with Pre-breakout, high risk means high reward. So this is a risky trade because we're not confirming the break, right? We're anticipating it. But with the strategy, of course, we can get in most of the times and let it hit our TP. So let's just fast forward a little bit as I, split my screens. I'm actually going to fast forward to the open session as that's when the market started to move. Let's go ahead and continue to fast forward. Now I'm just with my extension here, I'm just predicting, some TP until we get the actual break of the pattern. So here we are with the open session. Okay, it's about to be 9:30 and we hit a little drawdown, but I had drew out my resistance on the 1 minute time frame, and I'm just telling them, okay, so we're about to hit resistance. The market can start dropping at that point here, so we're not getting too worried about, too much of a strong drawdown here. Okay, so we got a nice precise entry, and now we're just waiting for the break. Okay, now the break is another way to scale in, guys. So there's two ways that I love to scale in, which is the break of the lower lows or the break of the higher highs on the 1 minute time frame, and then I like to wait for the break of the pattern. Okay, this is for pre-breakout. All right, so this is entering before the break. So I like to enter inside the pattern, and then once it breaks out, I like to add another position again. Now, one thing you guys want to be aware of when flipping accounts is you want to build margin. That's the number one rule. That's NTG's number one rule is build margin, build profit. There's no reason for you to enter a position at the 12,651 and then you add another position at the 12,647, right? You're not even up 20, 30 points. You want to have a good spread of when you want to scale in. And a lot of you guys make that mistake. You start scaling in too much, too aggressive. And then when you guys hit that pullback in the market, which we will talk about here as well, the trade actually starts to go against you. You end up in negative margin and the trade starts to go south. So you don't actually achieve a true flip. When it comes to flips, you want to build margin. Second thing is be patient. Okay, be patient. Don't rush the market. I know you guys see it dropping. It may be dropping quickly and fast, but you want to be patient at these account flips. Okay, you guys see me looking left on the 5 minute time frame. We had that support there. Now that break of that support there will be another good scaling opportunity. Now, why do I like to wait for the breaks of these levels? Because one, right, so if we break that support, I know that adding a position there is safe, because if we get a pullback, we will also get a rejection of that support, which will turn to a key level and act as resistance. So I have a higher chance of it actually rejecting off of the zone than actually just going back up. So that's why I wait for the break. Okay, now the market is getting aggressive here during the open session. We're 2 minutes into the open session. Market is getting very aggressive. It looks like it's going to break that support area, the key level, and the pattern at the same time. That's a lot of confirmation for NTG, which I like. Okay, I love to look at that as, okay, so we're getting into some heavy sells. But like I said in the beginning of the video, we want to be short term on this because overall NAS is bullish. Okay, so we're not aiming for 100 points. We're not aiming, well, I think we did achieve 100 points, maybe close to 90 or 80, but we're not going for like 150 points, 200 points. We're not trying to collect everything out the trap, because at the end of the day, the market did reverse. So we kept the pressure here. Now all I'm waiting for here is the break of the pattern so I can find my true TP. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward to that 5 minute close. You guys see here I have my my extension ready, so I can find where the TP is going to be for this trade here. And this trade was relatively quick. Okay, there's only about 4 minutes left into this trade, and this was one of our easiest trades for VIP. The rest of the trades have been a lot of monster holes. I mean, monster holes. There was one trade that we lost that we almost got confirmation to get out, but we didn't. Like I said, I will show you guys that trade tomorrow as well. Those 2 losses and the 2 wins for last week. And But like I said, we got the close here. So now I'm able to find the true TP here. So we're just going along with the market here. We're waiting. Now we did get the break of everything that I wanted. And so now the next two levels that we are consistently waiting for is the break of those support areas. You guys see those blue zones there? And those are the next available scaling opportunities. Okay. So all on the 1 minute time frame, that's what I'm looking for. And that's where I'm scaling in on those trades. So I'm waiting for the break of the zones, the break of the patterns, break of the support areas. And I'm just adding the positions there to keep growing the account. And now this is aggressive. So we do not want to be holding long term. We don't want to wait for any type of big pullbacks, because then we won't be able to achieve the true flip. Okay. So now let's talk about the pullbacks. Okay. A lot of you guys can't achieve the true flip because of a lot of pullback here in this scenario. So when the market starts to pull back, you guys kind of don't know what to do. Now, I know in my last previous video when I was talking about account flips, I was talking about actually closing your scaling positions, but keeping your initial position open so that you can rescale in, which is the smartest thing to do. But some of you guys are not patient, right? You guys like to rush it a lot. A lot of you guys like to jump into the market again. Oh, yes, I'm up like $200. Let me jump in again. Let me add another position, But you want to be patient, okay? Because as soon as you guys start to add positions, you guys see where the 12,595 is, okay? You guys start to add positions too early, and what happens is the market starts to pull back on you. And then those 3-4 positions you put in too early, now they starting to become drawdown. Now they're starting to become a burden on your account and on your margin. So when you guys are trying to achieve the flip, make sure you guys are being patient. That's one. That's the biggest thing right there. So like I said, first thing, being patient. Okay. Well, the first thing is building margin. All right. And then we want to be patient when it comes to adding positions. And then everything else follows, as far as like technicals or waiting for the breaks of the zones, drawing patterns. You could even use the 15 EMA to scale in order to achieve these high flips. Now, I haven't flipped an account in a long time. I actually plan on doing another one Thursday. So this video is probably going to be uploaded on Thursday, so you guys seen it today. So I'm gonna be trying to flip another account. There's unemployment claims news at 8:30 tomorrow, so I'm gonna be looking to flip an account there, and I'll also post you guys that video if I end up doing it as well. So yeah, so that was the end of that live trade. This, like I said, it was a simple trade, but I'm gonna have more examples of where we can get a little bit more psychology, like a lot of strong pullbacks, so you guys know what to do when it comes to those trades like that. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button for your boy NTG. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Like I said, have post notification on, because I will be doing a live trade for YouTube. So make sure you guys notifications, because I don't want you guys to miss it. You know, we get into the trade and then you're like, NTG, I missed a live trade. And you should have had notification on. All right, guys. So it was your boy NTG, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace.